everyone today. My name is Puppy. Puppy! And I am here to give you all some technical analysis, trading analysis. So, how are we all doing? Who is here today? We have Sebastian, Jay, Lotto M Crypto, Kill Zill, Toasty, Sweeping Hawk, Randall Prince, Luxury, May Sound, Charlie Black, Lorenzo, Off, Alfie, Christian, George, Yasin. Welcome. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'll bring Luna in a minute as well. They're with me tonight. The dogs are here. The dogs aren't here all the time, but they are with me tonight. So welcome. No, that's Poppy. This is Luna. I'm going to get Luna. Luna. Oh, Luna. I can't hold you up that much. Luna. Luna, say hello.
Hello. My name's Luna.
Okay, anyway, I'm going to shut up. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Cool. So, look, I'm using the dogs here at the moment because I'm still so, out of touch with the charts. And it's basically an excuse for me to not have to talk about trading right now because it's taking me a little bit of time to get back into things. Like a week away feels like an eternity, but you'll have to forgive me. I'll probably have a bunch of charts that are very out of date, but that is why I'm getting back into the swing of things, back into the flow. And that is why we are doing this stream today. So please do smash the like button. If we get it to 100 likes, how many likes do we have? 10. If we get it to 100 likes, then I might bring one of the dogs back on for a special, little bit of additional TA. I don't know. But yes, welcome. Who do we have else in here? You thought you tuned it? I haven't watched that guy for years. I know he used to be quite a big YouTuber. I guess he's still doing stuff. Poppy, where are you going? You don't even like walking down the stairs. So I don't know why you're trying. It's very distracting having two dogs here. They don't normally feature on my streams. I normally have to go into the house and get them, but new office, new space, and because I'm working here this evening, they're here with me. Okay, let's have a look at the charts. What we'll do today, because it is just literally a case of still for myself, I'll go over some stuff from the move down today. The thing is, I'm a little bit out of touch of where we are on everything. We had the POCs down here, so we did come into these NPOCs, and that's relatively nice. But the problem that I see at the moment on the charts is when you're looking at a whole range, we've kind of got the point of control of the range is everywhere. So 17K was a decent level, 16,800 is a decent level, 16,600 is also a decent level, taking out these lows. And I don't really have any preference of where we end up off of this. Ultimately, for myself, I think, and I probably is attempting to go down the stairs. The big wooden staircase. I should just live stream Poppy attempting to go down. They're huge. This is it's not like a normal. Yeah, she's normally fine with going down the stairs, but these are very daunting. I got it. Yeah, man. I've just got to. She's so distracting. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so depending on what exchange you're looking at, there's a bunch of levels down here. We did have this daily level. Okay, that's been, we came into that. We came into like an MPOC, a couple of MPOCs that we had down here. We had session MPOCs, but ultimately, I think for myself, I just feel we have lower to go. So, and that was the case for me. Like as soon as we came above here, I was like, this is a deviation. This is where you're looking for shorts. It just carried on and carried on and carried on for quite a long time. Very much similar to what we had during the. This was the obviously FOMC dump, but very much similar to what we had during the CPI dump last time, where eventually you come down and take out the range lows again, which is kind of what I'm feeling is more likely to happen. I don't think we're ready for a higher low and continuation up. I just think we're way too early for that. I think we're looking at a move back down to the lows of the range. You put in a spring, you kind of do this, you make your way back up to the top, and then you start to form this over a longer period of time. So what I would love to see is like Christmas, new lows, because wreck everyone at Christmas, right? Get everyone selling. Everyone's got Christmas presents to buy. Everyone's probably selling their Bitcoin that's at like a 60% loss because they bought it at all-time high last year and they've been holding on to it. And now they're like, shit, got no money for Christmas. I got to sell it. So this is trying to get like everyone to sell. And again, everyone that started buying thinking, oh my God, this is going to get bullish again. Maybe I've got some chance to make a bit of money before it comes to Christmas. No, you wreck them again and then price comes back down. So I think the narrative there, and this is what you so often see at the end of the year, is just like sell off. I've never experienced a Santa pump across markets before. I think it's like a complete meme that just doesn't exist because I've never experienced markets really going up over Christmas, apart from the beginning of the last bull run, so 2020, right? So actually, yeah, that was a proper Santa pump. I'm talking nonsense. 2020 was like, I remember Christmas back then, and that was like the most amazing thing ever. Where were we? Poppy is crying. Why are you crying? Yes. The Santa rally. The Santa rally. That's the one, not the Santa pump. But even until then, I don't know. Why are you trying to go downstairs? Poppy, come back here. Go on your bed. Well done. Everyone is tax loss selling too, yeah. So you could get in your capital losses before the start of the new tax year. Book those capital losses in. Get yourself a nice tax rebate. Not that that's a thing, but yeah. But still, I'd like to see us go back down to the lows of the range, and that's always been what my plan has been after taking out the highs. So since forever, right? We rotate down to the lows, you have an SFP at the lows. What happens? You come back up to the top, deviate from the top, you come back down to the lows, and you just continue playing this range. If we are to hold, then could we just range between like here forever? Because we've got a range here. Like this one. Are we just going to range forever? Because if we found ourselves back into this, where does this lead us in terms of POC value area? So we're at the value area low. And are we just going to see boring price action? Because that could also make sense, right? You have your low, you have your high, you come down, lows, highs, midpoint, golden pocket right here. You get that continuation, hitting pretty decent targets. -1. Where did this go? Oops. Negative 1.618. Close. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I've not got much to say on Bitcoin because that's just what I feel at the moment. I don't really feel as if there's a buying opportunity so much at like here. I'm just expecting lower prices with a little bit of a rally over time, but ultimately expecting lower prices again here. So, and every time you open up the chart, the POC of this range, because there's so many high volume nodes within it, is all very, very different. I do like the Coinbase one. Okay, the Coinbase is like the cleanest, where you've got the well-defined highs. You come back into it here. You're holding around this POC for now. It's a little bit cleaner off of this. But if we start to pull some fibs, let's just have a look. What do we have? I'm just TA on the fly here. So BTC bottom will be 0. It will be if we go much lower than this. Because imagine if the miners start turning off and they start making a loss, like a serious loss. That would be kind of crazy. I like it down here, you know. Just by looking at things. Again. Mr. Fry, that YouTube for some reason held your comment for review. So YouTube does not like the idea of BTC going below or going down to 4K. See, I have a clear 3 waves here. This could be some kind of harmonic playing out as well. A big one. Maybe. Sweeping Hulk's going to kill me for doing that. Maj G, please continue bear market. I'm not ready for all-time high. Me neither. I am very much enjoying bear market. It gives us time. It just gives us time to like trade and just enjoy. So yeah, it's kind of good. Like this market's kind of good. I quite enjoy it. It's relatively straightforward to trade, like taking out the top of the range like we did here. Okay, coming into DAB like we did here. Dumping on FOMC, it's like, it's very, very straightforward stuff at the moment, like very straightforward, because you don't really get this kind of thing going on, like where, okay, look, we're in a range. What happens when you take the highs? You short it. That doesn't happen during a bull market. You don't really have the opportunities to trade a range, which is what I really love to do. Because you're just trending all the time. You're just going up, 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 and then it's blow off top. Cool. Wait for the golden pocket. Do that again. And I mean, it's a different style of trading, but this is kind of fairly chill, fairly relaxed. Like we're down, like altcoins. Some altcoins are down like 10% today. I'm like, great. It's just quite nice because it just resets time, because you've had this big move up and then you run it all back within a couple of days. Back to where we were at the beginning of the month. And this is the really nice thing about a bear market. Like we're at the 16th of December and we're at the same price that we were at the 1st of December. Like Bitcoin hasn't moved. So if you're actually a trader and you're wanting to maybe accumulate a portfolio, you're wanting to start to build a stack around here, because ultimately it's probably a good place to buy like for long-term holds. But if you're wanting to build a decent stack, then price coming back in to where it was at the beginning of the month is kind of cool. It's a nice market. It's a nice market to trade. And I'm very much looking forward to getting back to trading it with my like epic new setup. It's so epic. I'm going to have to do a tour. I'm going to do a proper tour soon of everything because I'm quite excited. Quite excited. And these like, yeah, I'm quite happy with my new setup. It's very nice. Anyway, what are we going to talk about? Let's do some TA. Let's do some charting. I want to. Oh, okay. Rewind. Throw me some ideas for stuff to look at because I haven't looked at the charts for about 2 weeks now. This is the first time in about 2 weeks where I've done. I mean, I did yesterday's stream, but that was like, okay, cool. I'm going to test out, see if everything works. It was like half an hour. I've done the trading rooms where we're looking at just the low time frames. But this tonight is the first time where I'm thinking prolonged, let's say an hour and a half of like actually getting back into the charts, really looking at the higher time frame analysis, talking about like anything you guys want to talk about, and just having a good time. So yeah, we'll do that. So ask away any questions. I'm going to go over Ethereum because Ethereum actually was much nicer for me today and has been. So when we were doing our trading room Wednesday, when we were doing the trading room on Wednesday, we'd actually started to notice that Ethereum was really the one that was kind of giving us the better moves. So we just took out, and again, like, who remembers, I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since I last did a live stream, but I had this supply level up here, okay? This was like, okay, if price comes up here on Ethereum, takes out 1,350, that is going to be a fantastic short position where you can take it all the way back down, ultimately to 1,100, but we also had this 1,180 level on here as well, which was where we had some single prints from the end of last month. And we're also taking out these lows, and we're coming back into a decent block where if you're looking at this range, actually this has developed really nicely. When you look at the range that we've got here, where we were in this one, okay, so you block that out, you've actually got really nice lows. As you come back into it, this value area lows developed really nicely as being a general SR level. So you've got confluence around here as you're coming back in to fill those single prints. You come down to the value area of the low, the value area of the low, the value area low of the range, and that could give you a nice little bump, move up, back into that POC, back into that little OB that we've got at the top there, before potentially seeing some continuation down, where once again you've got some imbalances in the chart down here with the daily level there. So Ethereum is actually really quite clean at the moment. So just to trade this, like, so, and that was the high, that was the exact moment that Bitcoin put in its high as well yesterday, just like 2 minutes before FOMC, and then it's just destroyed itself, which is so good. Like, it's so like nice to see this kind of thought process play out where, like, you know, it's just going to wreck people as we go into this. The whole market's looking at it. And there's that thought of like, okay, it can't be that easy. And we were actually a bit like, probably isn't going to be that easy, expecting another retrace. I personally didn't take a short because I wasn't planning on trading. But it's just nice to see that, okay, look, we've come up to the highs. We would expect a retrace from that. It happens on the day where there's a massive news event anyway. And then you get that big move down. Takes you all the way back down, deviation off of value area high, all the way back down to value area low. And now finally we are starting to find some support again. So it looks like I really do like Ethereum. I really do like where that is. And I don't know where we are in terms of fibs and stuff, because again, I haven't done any further analysis. But look, you're close, right? So if we do start to just put in some divergence down here, do that kind of thing, pop back up, come into here, maybe move back down again, that would be really quite a magnificent trade setup to have. Randall, I think the news day helped prevent the retrace back up for a Trident on Wednesday's high. Yes. I think that's the thing. Like, from a technical perspective, what you would expect, what we would have expected to happen, and what I expected to happen was, okay, so you kind of did this, right? We put in that high, you broke down, you found support on the daily level. Honestly, and this is what I was saying yesterday, wasn't it? During the live stream, I was looking for price to do this and then do this. I just wanted it to go wee and then fall back down, but we never got it. It never even really did anything. This just hit VWAP. This hit the previous day VWAP close here, and there was one guy in the trading room that noticed this, because it happened about 6:50 in the morning or 7:50 in the morning. Where was it? Very, very early in the morning. Oh no, this was this one. No, where was it? I don't know where it was. I've lost track of time. Anyway, it was here. Oh man, I'm so out of touch. This is the one. Okay, I was still looking for a little bit more of a move up, but you hit that previous day V up close and just got that move down there. I would have loved to have seen a little bit higher off of that. Luxury had a similar plan as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, never really got that opportunity. Never really got that opportunity to get into a short if you didn't get it at the time. And I think maybe that's something to note and something to learn from when we have these major news events, is the charts do react a little bit differently. And what is it that, I'm rambling, but what is it that we say quite a lot when you start seeing this kind of move? Okay, when price is just going parabolic, right? What is the safest thing to do? Is just to kind of wait. And we did see the high. We did see the high come in, but we were maybe a little reluctant to take the short. I think that's probably a fair assessment. If we go back to the trading room, we saw the high, we saw that was the best opportunity we were probably going to get, and that was the first time that through the whole day that we'd actually put in like decent trap volume at the highs. We had decent volume in the candle itself. We were coming into FOMC. But what is it that the traders, I mean, the vast majority of traders do when they know that a news event is coming? And this is another way to look at things, is that when you have these major news events, what do most traders do? They probably sit it out, because that's what everyone is telling them to do, is sit it out, because it's too volatile. You don't know what the market's going to do. It's just not worth the risk. But as a professional, you should be living for those moments as well, which is why I love to stream during those high volatility events, which is why I love to take trades during those high volatility events, because those are the ones that, like, if you've got big money in there, they're then going to be applying the pressure. If you've got a massive market maker that's got $1 billion behind them, they're not going to decide, oh, cool, 6 hours before FOMC, I'm just going to dump the market. They're going to be like, right, we're going to smash the market at this time because we know there's no participants, and we're just going to hit it. And then we're going to get the move that we want to do. So you have a very minimal cost impact of that, because people will pull orders as they go into FOMC, as they go into CPI, as they go into any news event, anything like that. They'll pull their orders, liquidity will be removed from the books, and then whoever it is that's actually kind of moving this market around, the aggressive participants, the ones with a lot of money, a lot of dollars to be pushing around, they'll go, right, we're going to just hit all the way through that. Maybe cost them a few million, but then they've got a massive size position that they're building through the whole day. And then what they do, maybe they've been TWAPing in to short positions this whole way up, and then they're like, cool, we're just not going to let price go back up there. It's just not going to happen. So then you just get this continued effect of chasing all the way down. And if anyone's watching, or if anyone has seen my video on absorption, we were seeing this chasing effect where every time we got a bounce, it was just holding. Okay, the offer was just holding and chasing price down. There was no way price was going to get back up here and put these people in jeopardy who have been shorting, which maybe, okay, in normal circumstances, we would have loved to have seen a bounce. And in a technical perspective, we would have loved to have seen a bounce there. But if you're thinking of the people that really have the money, there's no way they would have allowed that to happen. So something to learn, I think, and something for ooh, look, we're pumping. Something that I've actually taken note of myself after having seen this is like, look, you just didn't get the retrace. It just didn't happen. And then when you think of the reasons why that may not have happened, kind of makes sense, right? Because why would it need long positions? Maybe they start getting caught in long positions here and you're like, everyone's expecting it to retrace. It's not going to happen. And that's why so often you get this whole just staircase up, you're just chilling, you're chilling. And then suddenly you have that move down. And then people try and long in this little range thinking, okay, cool, we're going to get a retrace. But no, you just get the elevator. They just go straight down. People are trapped in long positions here and you just never let them out. And where do you end up going? All the way back down to the beginning of the move, which is why I think we're probably going to end up at the low of the range again. Because, or at the very least from the start, look, that's the start of the move here, right? So this is the start of the move. And what have we done? So just from that, you do the staircase up. I guess it's about a similar time, but still, you get the idea. We've been playing about in that. Then you have the move, then you have the markup, you come back down, and you would expect that all of this gets taken out. You would expect that all of that gets wiped out at some stage. What's going on here? Where are we at? Oh, we got a trade on here? Nope. Did anyone short the weekly open? Look at that one. I wasn't home, but did anyone catch that short? You lose the weekly open, you come down, you take out local highs. Was this off of a session? Oh, you even had the 130 pivot. Look at it. It's so nice. You come up, you take out local highs, New York opens, break down. This has actually been really quite nice today. Randall, food for thought. Food for thought. Everyone who longed between Monday and Thursday of this week should either be stopped or underwater. Yeah. Yep. How many likes are we at? We are at... Come on, guys. Let's get this back to 50 likes. And until we get there, once we hit 50 likes, I'll be happy again. But for now, if there is anyone that is new to the channel, please do go and visit tauruscrypto.com, where you can find out more information about our wonderful trading community, where we do, on a daily basis, live trading rooms. I mean, the other coaches have actually been amazing for the past week. So thank you to Luxury, to French Bull, to Randall, to Swooping Hawk, to Roynek, to P as well for holding the fort together, because I've been nowhere near as active as I want to be. So these guys have just been smashing it over the last week, which has been amazing. But anyway, yeah, we do live trading rooms on pretty much a daily basis. We've got our educational content, so we've got tons of educational content. If you want to get an example of the kind of content that we do produce, if you want to see the first episode of both the Elliott Wave series and the Harmonics series, then we have uploaded that onto YouTube. So part 1 of both of those series, I think the Elliott Wave is like a 6-part series. The Harmonics is also a 6-part series, maybe. How many parts? I'm gonna get full information. 8-part harmonics series. We have an 8-part series on harmonics, and we do have a 6-part series on Elliott Wave, and there's a couple more to go. We've got our playbook strategies as well. So we've got our playbook strategies here, which are trades that you can take day in, day out, every single day. Okay, you're looking at things like the VWAP open drive, you're looking at the 80% setup, which gives you an 80% chance of winning. You've got trades like the trap value area, you've got the 130 pivot, which is something we love and we talk about all the time. Swooping Hawk's now saying it's 7 parts. I'm sure it's 8. There's 8 in the learning zone, Swooping Hawk. Swooping Hawk says her harmonic series is 7 parts long. But if we do just open up the Discord, then as you can see, over here, there's 8 parts. There's quite clearly 8 parts on Swooping Hawk's harmonic series that she thought had 7 parts. Unless are we carrying that correctly? There it is. Anyway, this is the learning zone. So if you guys want to have an idea of all the educational content that we've got here, this is all of our videos. They are all held in a secure server. You can view them at any point, at any time, from your mobile device, from your computer, from any computer. We give you a login. We give you access to our entire server, which has thousands, like hundreds of thousands of hours of educational content. Maybe not hundreds of thousands. This is all of our playbook strategies. Okay, we've got our exo chart series. We've got TPO and footprint charts. We've got live trade examples. So it's a very, very packed source of educational stuff. And we do a bunch of other stuff as well. How many likes are we up to now? We're at 55. Look at this, 55 likes. Anyway, now I said 50. I said 50. That's good. We can stop. We can stop talking about that, and we can go back to where we were. Does anybody from... Okay, let's do some charting. Also, just kind of thinking, because I'm so out of practice. Honestly, I'm so out of practice with this. What is this question here? Can you please give me the setting of money flow on MC, because I made MFI wave similar to it and I want to know the settings. I can't help you with that, I'm afraid. I have never in my life used Market Cipher. Ever. Not one single time. So I cannot tell you. I do not know what the money flow is. I do not know what the MFI wave is. I do not understand what the green dots, what the red dots, what the blood diamonds, what the anything is. So I'm very sorry. I cannot help you with anything Market Cipher related because I think it is absolute nonsense. So if you... yeah. Oh, I want to talk about BNB because BNB had a dump today, and this had been a level that I had on my chart since like forever. Okay, it is such a huge support and resistance level that we've just been continuously coming into, and this is it here. It's from this. So this is when we started the impulse up back in the summer. And we've basically just been holding like way above there for quite a while. And then finally we've come back into these lows, which really is like the only inefficiencies that are there left on the charts. So despite the FUD and despite everything that's going on with I don't even know what's going on with Binance. I personally feel that this could be a really massive buying opportunity. So yeah, there's not much more TA to go on this, but I've had this alert. So you can still see the alerts here because it triggered on my phone earlier on. So you can see if we go onto the alerts. Over here. No, that's that one. Alerts. Then earlier on today, there it was. It, well, never got triggered, but it did get triggered on my phone. It definitely did get triggered. But yeah, it came down, hit my alert, found out afterwards that there was all this FUD going on with this. But actually this, for me, would be taking out all of these equal lows, coming down, hitting into this liquidity, hitting into this little 4-hour block that we've got down here, I think is really quite a good opportunity. Jay, Link looking strong for rebouncing. Let's have a look at Link. Oh, my charts are... Ooh. Value area low. Everything's value area low right now, right? For you fair value gap lovers out there, we do have there's your 4-hour fair value gap. 4-hour single prints. So I'm just going to call them single prints because I hate the whole concept of anyone pretending that they have like copyrighted term for trading. So fuck your fair value gap. It's a single print. It's an imbalance. So that's what we'll call it. But all you newbies out there, you probably know it as a fair value gap because you've been brainwashed into thinking that some guy runs the entire market and owns technical analysis. So, who is that Solma Lopez in here? Let's hide that user. Sorry if you're genuine, but you can't do stupid comments like that anyway. Yeah, Link's looking quite nice, right? There's nothing really below this. So you have like, I'm going to draw a descending wedge. I'm going to draw that because that is what we had the breakout from, which took the highs. We actually traded this because this was really nice and clean at the time. I can remember we did trade this. We got the move up that took the highs. We've come back down. We've retraced. Pull the fibs from this. Coming into the 786. So you got a really deep retrace from that. If you were to get a hit target from this, ooh, there's a good swing position trade swing long opportunity that can take you back up to the highs of this range here. Because you'd be going to that weekly level. You've got to go for the reciprocal. So 786 is likely to give you a bit of a shallower retrace, but you could aim for that weekly. Let's say aim for like $8.60. It gives you a decent position trade to hold, but what you'd have to do is then start to see like where do you start to change local market structure? Where do you get the real volume coming in? Where are you starting to see like proper sign that there is a low in? Because I do think that we're likely to take that low out once more and you'd get a better opportunity and then it starts to hold and then maybe you start just to claw your way back up again. In normal circumstances, that would look good. In like a market that you're expecting to turn, it would look good. But for me, I mean, I'm looking at fairly bearish until the end of the year. So could this just get a bit of a bounce back up to here, maybe come back down, take out those lows, and then we're looking at a bit more of something going on? I mean, it's there, but yeah, I'm gonna have some beer. The volume's not really on it, is it? It doesn't really have the volume here. Doge also looks quite good. And you're building these 4-hour divergences off of this as well here. So like if you're looking at the RSI, where you've got these lower lows, is this consistent across everything? It must be, because this has had quite a big move down. And we were holding this range. So now we're starting to build the divergences. We've got really quite nice market structure going on. So you would expect a bounce from this. And then if you're looking at... We've only really been coming up into this. So you've got two levels. Actually, this is probably where you'd be. If you're... So you move down, block there, consolidate into the next one, down. So you're probably looking at that. So you could expect to bounce, I think, across everything. Like you've got the divergence from here against these lows. Expect to bounce on Doge back into wherever that is, 0.086, because we've just been consistently doing that. Okay, so it's that point in which we break down once here, break down, back test, range, break down, back test, range, break down. Never back tested, but we've got range. So you could look for longs into each of those levels. I would imagine that there's a lot of stuff that's doing the similar thing. BNB, you've got those bullish divergence 4 hour. Not on matic. So disappointed we never got the short on matic. Solana, is that taking out the lows of the range again? Wow, it has. It has. So this again, just playing this range. Oh, Cardano was wrecked. But yeah, Doge, dot. Not that. EGLD looks a bit dead. Yeah. Cool. Cardano is very much fucked. Yeah, interesting market. Unizen, please, Luke. It's giving me heart attacks. What is that doing? Why is it giving you heart attacks? I mean, in the most literal sense, it is, I mean, cardiac arrest, right? Flatline. So, yeah, I can imagine Unizen itself is having a heart attack. What is it doing? This is actually so good, though. This is exactly what you want to see. Like, boring. But this is exactly what you want to see from anything that's undergoing a, like, proper accumulation. How's the volume? Look at the volume. It's really quite good. And Unizen is going to be... I am not worried about this. So don't... Like, yes, it's flatlined, but something like that with volume and that actually has... I don't think Unizen's going to fail. I'd be very happy just to ride it all the way to zero because, I mean, it's so close. Like, this made me so much money in 2021. Like, so much. And the fact that we're here and we have this opportunity on this is really good. And it's not dead because you would not be seeing that kind of volume here if it wasn't dead. Yeah? You would not be seeing that kind of volume here. If it was dead, sorry. Taffern, I try again. How did you get that nice status line with date, exchange, pair, time frame, and day? So I'm going to give a man a shout out, okay? Everybody who's here, I'm going to give a man a shout out. So this is a good friend of ours who actually used to be part of the community, but he got very busy with his work. He's an architect. He's a great guy. Yeah, he's a really good friend of ours. So I'm going to show his Twitter on here now. So everybody, I haven't asked permission for this. I haven't asked permission at all. So let me just find this. Yeah, anyway, he's a good friend of ours. So I'm going to show it on here now. So this script that's at the bottom that you see on here, so this thing, this little ticker thing, and this is for anyone in the crew as well, because we did get asked, what is that nice thing that's at the bottom? And so a friend of ours, he makes some really nice indicators, some really nice scripts that you can use. They're not published. I think he's very much trying to keep it low key because he's a busy guy, but we might be about to flood him and we might be about to really annoy him. But if you go onto Twitter, it's Joe Pippin. So I'm sure a lot of you guys already know Joe Pippin. He's just, yeah, go and follow him. He shares his indicators. He's doing it as a hobby. So it's just a bit of fun for him. He doesn't want to be tied into anything. It's just a bit of fun, but he's a really nice guy. He makes some really nice clean indicators. So it's Joe Pipinio. You can see it there. So hopefully you can see it. Give him a follow, tag him, say Taurus Crypto shouted you out and said you're a legend. And and if you search down here, he's not very organized like myself, but scroll for far enough and you'll find a link to the scripts, and then you can start to use it. So yeah, massive shout out to him because it's really nice. It's quite nice and clean, and you can like make it so you can change the text size. So if anyone is struggling, if anyone is hard of sight, then I can make that text even bigger for you, and you can edit it as such. And there's some other ones, like he makes these indicators which shows the Monday range, and then you can trade against the Monday range when you zoom out far enough, and it tells you what your weekly candle's like, where your Monday range is. So you're looking at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's cool. It's very nice. So I've been using these a lot. He's a good guy, and they're good indicators. Luke, can you set alerts on Exocharts? Didn't check yet. No, that is coming. It's in progress, but you can't. You can do these little levels here. So you can set your levels by just double clicking. Okay, but they don't alert you yet. Yeah. It's in development. Alpha Farmer, no, it's not Uniswap, it's Unizen. So Unizen is, let me show you. It's a decent project, and I think it's going to do really well. So this is Unizen. So this is the chart that I was just showing you earlier. It's a decentralized exchange. It has staking rewards, so it has interoperability is like going to be a massive thing during the next cycle whenever we have it. So just be aware, anything that's using the buzzword like interoperability, cross-chain, that kind of thing, then yeah, I think that's going to do really well. So this is a decentralized cross-chain exchange where you can stake one asset to receive like a bundle of other assets and things like that. So it's cool. It's cool. I think it is a good platform. You can trade on there. It's all through MetaMask. It's all of that kind of thing. So I do like the project. I think it's going to do well. I think it is part of the next generation. I think Unizen and Apex are going to be two real like major players in the DEX space. Moving forward, I do like them both. And yeah, that's a little bit more information about Unizen because people are asking about the charts in here. And I'm so out of touch with the charts, I may as well talk about other shit while I'm here, I guess. Like, may as well. What is your low time frame confirmation entry? Ooh. Dr. Blocks, JPIP is a boss. Has to buy custom fit pants. Yeah. He was once. Yeah. He's a good part of the crew. I'm sure he'll be back, but he's just so busy at the moment. What do you think of the current volume delta for BTC? Let's have a look. Delta. What is going on? Every time I update exocharts, or I just close exocharts, it doesn't save my settings. Every time. Why does it hate me? It never saves my settings. It shouldn't have the watermark. Every time I save it and it doesn't save. It keeps my watermark. It keeps the stupid colors behind the background. Every single fucking time. Angry Luke. God. I'm just trying to see anything locally on the delta here. I'm not going to look at exo charts. I'm just going to look in general. You got spot bullish again. So bullish divergence on spot, which we've been getting quite consistently. Because a lot of people are just selling their coins. Where are we? Here. This hasn't saved either. Oh no, it has. It's cool. But it's looking a little bit more bearish on purpose, to be honest. Oof. Oof. So you got heavy positive delta coming up here. But it's moving way further than price. So you're definitely seeing that chasing still going on. So to me, this seems like we're just stopping out some shorts still. So if there are any late short positions, it's just going to stop those out. I would be very surprised if we still don't go down and take out those lows. So yeah, I mean, Delta's not looking particularly constructive there. No. But I don't have too much to say on that. It's because we've had such an extreme move down. You'd have to look for short positions again. You would have to. But where do we get the short? So if we're looking at where prices come back into... New York POC. Where's your New York POC? Just above. So if we could get a move into the New York POC there, 17,050. The problem is 17K had huge volume on it earlier, like insane volume. So I would think that's probably our daily point of control. Right now, 17K, it is our daily point of control. So yeah, if we do get a move into 17K again, I would say that absolutely would look like a short opportunity because we had huge volume off of that earlier. Like as soon as we hit 17K, it became the POC. Like you got billions of dollars being transacted there. So if we are going to move back up, I would probably look for shorts there. We might not get that far. We're also going into a weekend, remember, so it can kind of do anything over the weekend. We're at the golden pocket, so you can understand why we're meeting some resistance now. But if we can just have one more move up into the 786 into that, then come and take out the lows, start to form some divergence, just get a little SFP off of that, it would look okay, right? And this would be very similar to what we did yesterday, where the close session comes in. So the closed session happening in 3 minutes time. We do go into the closed session. And what did we have yesterday? Okay, so yesterday, New York. Okay, let's just compare these two, just so we know what's going on. Yesterday's New York session, you have a big dump. Well, not a big dump, but you come into the 618. Okay, so you move down on the open. You have 3 spikes into the low. 1, 2, 3, 4 in this instance. I guess you can count this as 4 as well. 3 or 4 spikes into the lows. So you just continue to push, 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 push. Golden pocket. Then as you come into the closed session, starts in 3 minutes, you then start to retrace again. You take out the lows, and then you get that break of market structure that takes you back up. So are we going to see a repeat of that? Is that the kind of trade that we could be looking for now, where we've had 1, 2, 3 clear pushes into the lows? We've come into that golden pocket. We're going to enter our closed session now. I'll be looking for a short. Let's take out the lows, and let's, during the next hour to 2 hours after this, we're looking for these lows to get taken, and then we could look for a move back into maybe VWAP, or maybe even to start to take out those highs, because we did take out these ones yesterday. So that could lead us into a move that's something like this is this. No, that we know. Yeah, okay, this is this. So we're here, aren't we? So we would be looking for a move just to take out that high and then fall back into the range. So plan this actually, if we're just going off of recent, because I don't really have anything more to go off of, but we're just going to go off of the recent price action that we've had, that if we do see a move down here, SFP of the lows, keep a tight stop on that, it doesn't matter. But if you do hit target, cool. But you keep a tight stop, you probably want to be short at the moment. We'll lose this. You're looking for getting some excess at the lows here, an SFP off of those lows, and you'd look to take that back in to take out the New York highs. So you'd be aiming for some kind of trade that looks a little bit like that, which would be continuation of what we've seen yesterday, which is what we do often get, that kind of thing as you go into the end of the day. So we'll see how it goes. We are now in the closed session, so that has now opened. So New York is now closed. We have the market to ourselves. And that is the end of the week, isn't it? That is the end of the week. The penultimate weekly close on the legacy markets. Because next week will be the last weekly close of the year. Won't it? No, I'm talking shit. So no, we're only on the 16th. The final weekly close before Christmas, but not before the end of the year. Yes. J Kuvo, Apex protocol looks so, yeah, so Apex is a decentralized exchange. It is, yes, so what Dr. Blocks is saying there. It is a decentralized exchange created by the people who bought you Bybit. TM Ricky Bobby Inc. What? Yes. So Apex is the decentralized exchange that is made by these same people that do Bybit, and it will be a immersive experience that you'll be able to have. So if anyone, if anyone wants to try Apex, I'll show this on here as well. I've been using it, or I had been using it just before I had to move. But this is Apex. I'll show you guys Apex. I'm not going to log in. But this is the Apex exchange. So very soon, you can trade derivatives. This is USDC, so you can trade BTC, ETH, XRP, Atom, and Doge currently. So you can trade those on USDC up to 20x. So using your MetaMask, you just go connect wallet, and you can choose any of the following. So you can just go direct from Ethereum, use MetaMask here. You can use BNB, Polygon, Arboretum, whatever. They don't have Trust Wallet, do they? Oh, they do have Trust Wallet. So if you're like a CZ, like whatever, you love CZ, then you can use Trust Wallet. If you don't love CZ, then you can use MetaMask, or Coinbase Wallet, or anything like that. And yeah, you can trade on it. So we do have a partnership with them that gives you trade to earn. So there's this trade to earn thing. So the more that you trade, obviously I'm not connected, but the more that you trade, you can earn these banner tokens, which are like Apex tokens that, I mean, if the exchange becomes popular, then they'll grow in value. So every time you trade, instead of like paying, well, you do pay some fees, but you also get a rebate in this token, which is kind of cool. So the link to that, I'll have to find it. Maybe a moderator can find the link. It'll be back way back before all of the advent calendar stuff. But we do have a link where you can get double the rewards and you can get a discount on fees. I honestly can't remember what the discount on fees is. I'd have to check that. But I just told them, like, give me a discount on fees. I think it's 20%, but I will have to check. So, yeah. But they're Bybit, basically. It's the decentralized exchange of Bybit. I'm going to grab a beer. I am going to have a beer. Does anyone want to see a dog again before I go? We're at 65 likes. Let's try and get this up to 80 likes by the time I return with a beer. And if anyone would like to join on the stream, does anyone want to... yeah, anyone wants to join in? Anyone want to share their thoughts? I'm speaking to Randall, Swooping Hawk. Who else do we have in here? Luxury, if he's still around. I don't know if he is still here. He was here at the beginning. I doubt he's still here. Because it's a Friday night. There's better things to do on a Friday night. But yeah, I'll be back in a second. Ask me some questions. Talk some stuff. Maybe I'm going to return this. I'm going to do this. Look, I'm going to go. Up goes the desk. And now I'm in standing mode. Now I'm like, I can't do anything. All right, back in a sec. Swooping Hawk and Fernax have got the link. Is this a good long? Since we reclaimed daily level. No. No, this is why I've got my position here. I would look for the lows to get taken again. I would look for the lows to get taken again. Cheers, everybody. Shouldn't really pour a beer on a live stream. Cheers, everybody. Okay. Lena. Dog's back. How you doing, Lena? Poppy's jealous. Guns in your head. Lena, what's going on? Sniff the mic. Doggo. Your head's jumped off. Ugh. You're a heavy lump. You are a heavy lump, and you're very, very tired. New York session. Oh, yes, because we have just come out of the... Yeah, okay, so we do have... Why is that New York session so small? Let's just move this onto here. That's better. I don't like it. I don't particularly like it. I would probably prefer to see lows taken. I don't really see an instance where we're going to hold so much. If we do come into... it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to put you down. Hello. Sniff the microphone. Looking at the volume chart on EXO, I can see prices being pushed down, controlled. The blocks are small and concise. Am I correct? Yeah, I would say so. We are seeing a chasing effect, and we have seen that the whole way down. So what we've had since yesterday is that it just hasn't been allowed to really move back up properly. So yeah, it is controlled, I would say. Controlled by the passive participants. We're not really having too much going on at market. It is just a case of low volume. Okay, we've had fairly low volume up until 17k, and that's when we really started to hit into some stuff, which is why I say if we can get back above 17k, I think we'd be looking okay for higher. But I think it's unlikely that we see above 17k over the weekend. But yeah, it's been very controlled on low volume, and it's just comes into the offer, comes into the ask consistently. You get a little retrace, and we're just seeing lower highs after lower highs after lower highs. A little bit of inducement up into those highs this morning during the London session, just to reset, and then we're seeing that same kind of effect of chasing price down. So yeah, controlled by the passive participants, the people who are there in the order book, with just not enough volume to really cause any kind of significant reversal in price. Post, now I regret leaving my dog at parents for the weekend. They are great to have around. We don't normally have them appearing on stream, but I think they're going to be a bit more of a regular thing now. What is the indicator I use for session boxes? Sure. Let's clean this up somewhat. Why is volume sessions dead? Study error. Ooh. Here we go. So it is, I don't know what it is, volume sessions. Volume sessions. Oops. I don't actually know. I can't tell you what it is. Did I have this one made for me? Oh, yeah, no, this is made. Duh. Yeah, this was made for us by a member of the community. I'm an idiot. Yes, of course. This was made for us by a member of the community, so it is not available on TradingViews. So if you are in the crew, you will. I can't believe it. If you are in the crew, you have access to it. But if you're not in the crew, then you don't have access to it, unfortunately. Sebastian, yes. I mean, we're going to be doing a. It's amazing. Like it's really amazing. So here is like, it's perfect. Like really, really cool apartments. I've got some pretty cool neighbors actually. I've I've got some very cool neighbors. I could name drop in a bit about the people who live next door to me, um, and who are working next door to me as well. But it's a really great place to be. It is. We're going to be running some events here very soon, so I feel a little bit weird about doing it because I'm kind of doxing where I am, but it's fine. I mean, if Sam Bankman-Fried has managed to survive by being a complete scammer and millions of people hate him, and everyone knows where he hangs out and he lives and he works, then I'm fairly comfortable with telling people where I live and where I work, I guess. So yeah, someone's having a Tesco's delivery. That's nice for them. But yeah, we're going to do some events here. So if anyone is interested in attending an event, London is not the Bahamas yet. It's a bit easier to get to, I know. I could get killed, but I hope not. I should be saying this on the stream. Yeah, we're gonna be running some events here. So if people are interested in attending the events, then we are going to be doing that. It will be kind of like an invitational thing as well. But if you are interested, please do let us know on the Discord, and we'll be doing some things, some interesting stuff. Anyway, we're here at the daily level, so this is the level that who was it said would be a possible long. And you got to bring the beers, of course. You got to bring the beers. Or something a little bit stronger than the beers. Bring the pizza, yeah. Yeah. I saw a question from Jerome who asked a few times, how do you know if a break above a previous high is a market structure break or inducement? Yeah. Sometimes I thought market structure is broken, but in actual fact, it's inducement. So you never know. Okay, you never know. And that's why losing is part of the game. I think you could have an idea. I think like understanding the flow of the market, like let's say this one, for example, earlier on. Okay, you know the bigger trend is down. Okay, you know the bigger trend it is going down. So would you really want to trade a move that's come up into the weekly open after having just lost it, and then try and gamble that, okay, we're just looking at this within a deviation of the weekly open, and then you're going to lose it? And also, where did this really give you any indication that it was going to hold? So if you're looking for like a retrace, you want to see some real good volume there initially. Yeah, we had this going on. We did have these lows being taken out. So realistically, you could have gone for it. But once you start to break through this, I mean, you're stopped, I guess, essentially, aren't you? You're stopped out on this. And yeah, you just don't know. But the thing is, when you're trading a trend, you should be able to trade the whole trend. So at some point, you want to be the first person that kind of loses from that. So if you're in a trend, you kind of want to be shorting all of these. Yeah, you want to be getting into those short positions, getting into those short positions, getting into those short positions. At which point, let's say you come up and you have what could be a change of character, a change of market structure, and you then go for a long. You've had these shorts that have come down, and you've been profitable off of all of these shorts because each time they've taken the lows, you managed to close out of those short positions, maybe even scalp along. So you should have been profitable the whole way down. And then maybe you're going, okay, cool, we've broken that market structure, we're looking for a long. But the market doesn't do that. So you take a long here, you've got your take profit here, you've got your invalidation here, and the market does that. And at that point, you just stopped out of it. Okay? And then what you can do is you can continue to short as price goes down again. So with all of these wins, at some point, you're just going to hit a loss. And that's part of trading. It happens, okay? It happens to everyone. It happens to me. It happened to me today. I took a long today. I took profit. I hit take profit 1, and then I got stopped. And that was actually at 17K. So what happened at 17K? We came into that. We had a 1% bounce immediately. Okay? So straight away as we came into 17K, we had that bounce. 1% from the lows. I didn't actually get stopped here or here, but I'd taken profit. And then as we came down, I then got stopped later on. So I'd taken profit, kind of closed out most of it, and then got stopped out. So, and that's all part of it, okay? You don't know whether it's an inducement necessarily, or if it's a break of market structure, but I think you've got to be aware of what the higher time frames are doing. So if you're saying you're trading like a 1 minute, a break of market or a change in market structure on the 1 minute time frame, but you know that the 15 minute is bearish, you know that the 30 minutes bearish, you know that the 1 hour is bearish, you're probably not going to have as much of a probability of actually getting that trade correct. So go top down with your analysis. We know at the moment that we're in a downtrend. We're in quite a heavy downtrend, so you don't necessarily want to be longing those. So, yeah. And I think that's the case with a lot of people as well. Finding a good place to short is difficult. Yeah? Because you want to short as high as possible. And I still struggle with this. I have to be like, I honestly still struggle with this. I still struggle with, the problem is when you're moving down, right? And this is a really real thing. If you're moving down like this and you're kind of increasing in speed on the way down, it's very hard to get into a short position during any of this, because what you want is you go, okay, there's your high, there's your low. You want to move up into the here, and you want to then take a short from there. But by that time, you're then thinking, oh my God, we've had this like massive change in market structure. It's like, is it bullish? Are we just going to, and then you end up stopping, and maybe price is going to do that. But it's very hard to get into those short positions. So what you've kind of got to look for is just the general flow of the market. And this is why, again, watch the imbalance and the absorption videos. Look at what the DOM is doing and look at what order flow is doing. Because if you start to see, we'll just go onto this chart, and this is the one I like to look for when I'm trading a trend. Oh, come on, man. Exo charts. I'm going to kill you. Let's make this as simple as it possibly can be. Trading a trend, let's go 15 minutes. What you want to see on this short, blue dot at the top, imbalances at the top. Probably turn that on to 10 tick. So when you're getting these upticks, you want to see trapped volume at the highs. And you can short most of them, because we know that we've got this move down. We know that that was the high, and that actually gave us what we wanted to see at the high. This is just simple pattern recognition. Then you get the chasing. On each of these occasions, imbalance at the top, short. The next one we get that, not at the top, short. 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 in terms of long positions, and it's easier said than done because these are coming at random points in the chart as well. But this is just purely from looking at order flow, just hindsight again. There's a little bit of hindsight with this. When you got this down at the lows, there's that. You wouldn't actually take this as a long. That's a difficult one. I wouldn't have been able to get into that because it's not what I look for. But I'm just looking for the patterns. But I'm seeing short opportunities. And then what happens when you get into these lows is, when you want to take profit is at the lows from here. So you're going short, take profit. Short, take profit. Short here, take profit. And then you got two opportunities there. So take profit. Here, short. Honestly, I'd say the beginning of the move, you'd want to go there, but I'd say take profit. Because that's kind of when you start to run this up. So this is just off of a 15-minute time frame. I don't tend to trade that too much. But just looking at where we're at. And yes, you've had an inducement there, but what you had, you can kind of see it. Okay, you can see that you've just hit into stops and you've actually got quite a lot of longs trapped at the highs. And if you then start to add on another layer, you don't necessarily get a lot of buying into that or volume into that, but you know that the trend is kind of in your favor of down, so you'd probably just go for it. You've got an SFP for both of these and you should have already taken profit off of these already. What we're getting here is some buying going on. So you're getting some temporary absorption, but I don't think this is going to hold. I don't get the feeling this is going to hold. I do still think that we're looking lower. But we're okay. And then what you do, so let's just go onto those boxes. We're going to the 3 minute because the 3 minute's really nice. 50 minutes a bit high time frame. And then you've got these positions. So if you're looking at these as we're going along, then on each of these occasions, has it given you the same thing? So are you seeing the chasing from this when you come into here? Yeah, you've got the imbalances at the highs there. You've come down and got the excess. On this you don't have any kind of, say, value areas off of this. It's difficult. This range is kind of difficult. Whoa. And then your open interest is coming down as well. Not really had access to those either. It's a very difficult range. What we're in currently right now is a very difficult range to try and analyze. But I mean, hopefully that gives you an idea of like the kind of thing that I am looking for when I'm doing stuff. And this is why it's so hard to. It's not like you're not looking at a setup in any way. You don't actually look for. When you're trading order flow, when you're trading technical analysis, you go, okay, I want to take a short from this level, I want to take a long from this level, and you just kind of go for it when it happens. But when you're trading order flow like this, it's just like, oh, cool, I see that. That's a pattern I like. I like to see that. So whether it's the trap value area, whether it's the imbalances, both together, like amazing, both together with technical analysis, even better. So you kind of layer everything up together. That's the kind of thing that works really, really well. Where was I? I've lost my train of thought. But that's trading. That's why it's very difficult sometimes to go like, oh, I'm looking to take a short here, because sometimes you're just watching the chart and you're like, cool, okay, that's a short, and you just take it. You just take it instinctively. Yeah, so you just take it instinctively. You don't really have a reason for it other than, oh, look, I see some dots there. It looks right. Like it looks right. This chart is this chart is already available for the crew. This template is available for the crew. So if you are in the crew membership, this template is available. It is Taurus order flow volume. Okay, so what you will see on this, I have updated them. I think I've updated them. So maybe if I haven't updated, if it doesn't look like this, what you probably get when you load this up will be a 200, a 2 mil volume or a 200 volume, depending on what you're looking at. So it'll probably look a bit more like this, and you just got to switch it to time frame or whatever it is you wanna use. This is a very nice beer. I've got a beer advent calendar. So I have a Brewdog beer advent calendar. So I'm currently drinking a Brewdog Hazy Jane. And if anyone where's Pop? Oh, Poppy, you're so chilled. I've killed EXO again. I've killed EXO. I have synthetic volume on. I shouldn't have gone for 200 because that's $200, not 200 Bitcoin. Yeah, damn it. I've killed it. I've killed EXO. It's not going to load. Keithman, Luke, you say you have double banner rewards link for EXO. I'm going to open a new account if so. I don't know. The problem is they're not very good with their customer service and stuff yet because they're still small. I don't quite know what we have. I know we've got an offer, and I know it is a good offer for anyone that is trading on there. So I'm not going to say to you we have double banner rewards. I think that might be what it is. What did I say? What is it on the announcement? Hold on. This was before December. Let me go back over here. Honestly, I think yeah. So you get banner bonuses by using the Taurus thing. So you get a bonus. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a percentage or I don't know whether it's an airdrop. I know as well we're getting an airdrop of... So anyone that's on our Bybit, we're receiving an airdrop. I'm so bad at keeping up to date with this. I am so bad at keeping up to date with all of this. We are receiving an airdrop. So if you are on our Bybit referral, we are getting an airdrop of some like game. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can bring this up. Medieval Empires. This. So this is my account manager guy. So anyone that's part of our affiliate on Bybit will receive a Medieval Empires airdrop, apparently. But I think it's based on your trading volume and stuff. I don't know. Again, they're not very good at communicating, unfortunately. So I'm not entirely sure. And I'm not very good at being organized. So I don't quite know what we've got. But there's airdrops, there's bonuses. There's something going on. There's something there. There's something there. I'm going to need another beer. Does anyone want to join me on the stream? And we can chat nonsense. Or actually, I might have to wrap it up. I might have to wrap this up, actually. Because I forgot. I kind of forgot something. Hold on. I may have forgotten there's a residence Christmas party. So I might have to disappear. And I might have to go hang out with some neighbours, some famous neighbours. um, I'm going to go hang with Gordon Ramsay and Bear Grylls. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I've forgotten that this is going on. Anyway, look, this is the idea that I had. I would hang out with you for longer, but it's the Christmas party tonight. So, yeah, I'd like to see the lows taken. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope that was somewhat informative and interesting. I don't know. Looks like we're kind of losing this level at the moment, but we'll see how things go. George Russell. No, it's yeah. I will see you guys very soon. I am going to be like this. Where I am now is like the coolest place, and there's like so much more to come. Like this is a leveling up of the whole Taurus community, the whole Taurus brand. So I do apologize if things are taking a bit of time to get sorted, but there's a lot of stuff in the works. So thank you everybody for your patience. Thank you for the whole team for covering for me. Thank you for being understanding of my lack of communication over the last few days or whatever, or the last week or so. And yeah, there's good times to come. Good times. So have a great weekend, everybody. I will see you on Monday. I'll be here in full flow on Monday. And even over the weekend, I'm probably going to do some stuff because this is now, yeah, I'm excited. And we're ready to go. So thank you. Have a great weekend. See you soon. Bye.